This is Real Weight Loss as told on Reddit, episode 4. My name is Jeremy Colon. This weight loss story comes from the Reddit thread, Lose It. The link to that thread will be in the description. The cool thing about this story is that the person does a Q&A to better understand his weight loss journey. Without further ado, let's start. 290 pounds lost in 21 months. From 465 pounds to 175 pounds. My weight loss is complete. As I stepped on the scale this morning, it read 174.8 pounds. I have completed my weight loss goal, but that journey still continues. If you would have told me 2 years ago that I would be this weight, I would have not believed it was possible. The journey thus far has taken 21 months. The past 4 months, 190 pounds to 175 pounds, we're transitioning into a more sustainable diet and lifestyle where I introduce more food back into my diet. I have found a nice balance of being able to enjoy myself and not gaining any of the weight back, which is just awesome. Backstory: I have been obese my entire life, so being at this weight is pretty much foreign to me. My weight is definitely spiraled out of control once I got into college and then started working. Having a car and money and being addicted to food is not a good combo. My weight severely hampered my social life. I never had a girlfriend. I hated going to public places. Never been on a roller coaster. Never swam at a beach. The list goes on and on. My days would consist of waking up, eating, going to work, eating at work, eating some more, playing video games, and then eating again. Not much of a life, needless to say. Here's some answers to the common questions I get. How did you do it? Did you get the surgery? Well, no special tricks here, nor surgery. I just ate less, utilizing calories in, calories out. Once I got a nice chunk of the weight off, just under 300 pounds, I introduced daily exercise, walking and jogging mostly. People act surprised when I tell them I did it without surgery. I just needed to create a better relationship with food. Did you change the foods you ate? Actually, not so much until recently. I ate pretty much the same stuff as I did before, including fast food, the entire time I lost weight. I just made smarter choices and less quantities of these foods. How many calories per day? I did not go over 1,200 calories a day the entire first 16 months. That's right, not a single cheat day. This helped me not relapse into my old habits. Are you sure what you did was healthy? You lost that weight awfully fast. That's up for debate. My blood pressure is now normal. My migraines are completely gone. My resting heart rate is 52, and I can run around and do things and not be completely out of breath. Eating to 1,200 calories a day was way better than eating the 6,000 plus that I was doing before. I am extremely lucky that I did not develop diabetes while I was morbidly obese. How do you feel? Amazing. Words can't express what it's like being a normal weight after spending your entire life as a morbidly obese person. I didn't even weigh under 200 pounds the entire time I was in middle and high school. Once you get the taste of being at a healthy weight, you never want to let it go and go back to your old ways. Never again. What about the loose skin? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not great, but it's manageable. Don't use this as an excuse to why you don't want to lose weight. In my eyes, the damage was already done. So what does it even matter? Plus, you have clothes on most of the time anyways. I could probably wear pants a size smaller if I didn't have my loose skin on my stomach. I probably won't get the surgery. Not sure yet. I think without the skin, I'd be in the 160s easily. My biggest gripe with it is the excess skin on my stomach is really annoying during sex. Practically have to hold it up. Do people treat you differently? Absolutely. No doubt about it. Biggest thing is the fact that I just molded into the public and I don't stand out. Going from nonstop glances and comments about my weight to practically going incognito in public is a really weird feeling. How do you feel mentally? This is a tough one. I'm in an identity crisis that's slowly getting better, but very slowly. I've always been the fat guy and treated as such. I'm still trying to find myself and what I'm going to do now. I have a very skeptical view of people and their intentions, and my insecurities take over whenever I'm actually being treated like a normal human being. I still look in the mirror and see my old self. When people glance at me, I think they are judging me on my weight still. I still think I look fat until I look at these pictures. There's no two ways around it. The years of ridicule and negativity that was put upon me has damaged me. The negativity that was projected on me, I would project onto others as a coping device. I look at the picture of myself at my highest weight with disgust. I see people in public who are obese and it disgusts me. Not them personally that disgusts me, but I see my old self in them and it makes me never want to be that size again. This is still a work in progress. Did you ever hit a plateau or a weight loss stall? Nope, not once. It was very consistent and accurate. I used a weight loss calculator. As long as you do what you tell the calculator, it is a great predictor of what you will lose. How often did you check your weight? Every Monday morning right before shower. Now I do it every day since I'm at my goal weight. What's your motivation? I was sick of making excuses, putting off weight loss until after certain dates and holidays. I just needed to want to lose the weight. So I asked myself what I truly want. I wanted to experience all the things I missed out on in my late teens and 20s. I didn't want an early death. I hated how my weight impeded on my hobbies and my life in general. Favorite exercise and activity? Walking. Get out there and just do it. Every little bit helps. Even walking around the house or at the mall. Just get moving. I like tracking my steps. I'm very goal orientated, so it was something else that I could use as a good goal and track. How did you resist temptations and not cheat? I quickly developed a better relationship with food. It took about 2 months of sheer willpower, but it got easier. I don't really care about food at all now, really. I eat food to stay alive, not for pleasure. Yeah, sweets and pizza and those things are nice, but I just really don't care if I eat them again. I would also ask myself, do I really need this? And the answer is always no. So I would just refuse to eat the junk food. What's the weirdest part about having lost all the weight and being at your goal weight? Bones, tailbone, collarbone, bones I didn't know I had, and bones I don't even know the names for. Who would have thought I even had bones? When did people notice and compliment your weight loss? The noticing? I would say at 100 pounds down, so around 360 pounds. I'd say every 50 pounds after that, I would have people be completely shocked. The compliments? Pretty much since I got under 200, I now have an endless supply of kind words being sent my way on a daily basis. How is your dating life? I met my very first girlfriend this summer, pretty much right when I got under 200 pounds. She was very understanding about my situation and my journey. It lasted 3 months, but I'm sure she won't be the last. How often did you have to buy new clothes? Quite a bit towards the end. The most drastic changes happened when I was closer to my goal weight for sure. I went from wearing 5X shirts and size 60 plus pants to medium shirts and size 34 jeans. It's pretty awesome being able to get into any clothing store and them having the clothes that fit me. What now? I don't have a real good answer for this one. I don't know. I take every day as it comes. I will continue to pursue my hobbies and my self-improvement and just enjoy this thing called life. If there's any other questions, please ask. I'm sure I missed some. I do enjoy talking about my journey with others. Also, I hope this post gives motivation to those who are in the same position that I once was. Hearing stories like this is honestly amazing, especially when you hear about folks actually completing, actually doing what they say they're gonna do. It doesn't matter how long it takes. What matters is the end result, and that is getting it done. It took this guy less than 2 years to complete the journey, to lose an incredible amount of weight, to change his lifestyle forever, to just be a better individual. Especially, don't get me wrong, we are all work in progresses, but what matters is that we're continually getting better each and every day, the more that we give ourselves the attention we need and deserve. I would say, hearing this story, the positives is the willingness to see the journey through and realize that where I'm at currently isn't the end all be all result. And that as long as I want to change, as long as I want to do better, as long as I want to feel good, do great, do more, there's still an opportunity for me to reach those goals. And the man in the story had the long-term vision and the discipline to see it completely through, where now he's in a position to now pick and choose what he actually wants to do. And that is the whole point of a journey. Don't get me wrong, a weight loss is a weight loss journey. You're going to lose the weight necessary to move around, to be free, to do more. But on the flip side of it, though, the opportunities and doors that are open for you, the limitations that you're breaking, the negative thoughts, the blame game, all that stuff is erased the moment that you lose the weight. Because it goes from, I can't do X, Y, Z because my weight, to now I can do it all. And I took the very thing that was limiting me from doing whatever, and now I can do it all. So the positives from this story is, again, the long-term vision to see it all. Building up an amazing routine, right? From making sure to eat X amount of calories, right? Eating less, right, than you're taking in. So that way you're not overdoing it yourself, right? And using a calculator was the smartest thing to do that. So that way we can see things. We know what we're doing. We know what we're taking in versus, let me just eyeball how many calories I'm taking in. And a lot of us fall into that trap. We think this is the right portion. We think this is the right amount, but unless we see the numbers tell us if we're going in the right direction or if we're stepping backwards. And that was the best thing that the man in the story could do, was keep track of how much he was taking in and making sure that he hit those numbers consistently and as best as possibly can. And the third biggest thing is he kept himself busy. He was always in motion. He was always moving around. He could have honestly said, you know what? It's raining outside. I don't feel like walking. No. He even said himself, any opportunity to move, he was able to do it. Because on the flip side of it, he knew how it was to just be sedentary, to just stay in motion. And that didn't make him feel better. That didn't make him feel good. So the fact that he was able to get up and walk around is a major plus. Because again, the weight loss journey isn't just about weight. It's about a whole self-improvement journey to just being better all around. And it takes long-term vision. It takes the actions of actually eating and figuring out what makes the most sense in your life and what is sustainable and what's not going to bring you stress. And then adding that with some motion, with some moving around, some movement. And that's really what it all takes, is figuring out what makes the most sense and the best case for you to reach those goals. So we talked about the positives from this amazing story. Now, let's talk about feedback. If I was this man's coach, if I was this man's trainer and in his corner, I would offer 2 pieces of feedback. Number 1, if you lost all that weight, right, you build the discipline, you've completed the journey, I would say the next progression, the next step would be to increase the intensity, to get into strength training, right, or power training, or whatever the goals that you want to complete next would be. You after a while doing a lot of cardio, it makes your body soft in a sense, right? That neither you're building muscle or whatever, but at some point you will reach a fitness plateau and you would stop losing the weight. So, in a way to challenge the body and to do something different is to pick up strength training, pick up dumbbells, to get into resistance training. And from there, increase intensity, gradually progress through the motions, and honestly, allow your body to learn something different. Learn some different movements in different planes that allows you to be a more functional human being and, in a sense, um, build better performance. However that looks like. If you're a person that, in the case in this story, the man had no issue walking around. So imagine if you were to pick up strength training, what more could you do? And the second piece of advice would be, if you did strength training and increase the intensity, you are giving more flexibility in your eating, right? I would also increase your calories and give you more flexibility so that way you're not eating the same thing, and allows you to venture out and try new things. Don't get me wrong, if the person is used to eating the same things, I'm not mad at you. I'm not knocking it off. But everybody needs a change in pace, especially if you've been doing things for 2 years or almost 2 years. At one point in time, things do become monotonous, and a change of pace is necessary for your body to continue to become better, and for you to and for the person to get to know themselves a little more. So those are my 2 pieces of advice as far as feedback and ways to just take it to the next step. The man did an amazing job. It's always great to hear stories like this, especially, coming from a professional, but it also lets me know that what I'm doing gives me purpose. It gives me a better purpose to help my clients and what they want to do, and to show them that it's possible. And it doesn't matter where you start, it matters about the end result. So thank you again for tuning and watching. Please leave a comment below. Share this video, subscribe. But if anything else, let me know. And I hope you like these videos. And thank you again. Take care.